A unique aspect of the America's Cup was that the teams and their families came to live in Bermuda for an extended period. They became integrated into our community, taking part in local events, speaking at schools, and supporting many organizations and programs. But perhaps the greatest impact could be seen in the two youth programs that were closely tied to the event: the Endeavour Programme and the Red Bull Youth America's Cup.
Focusing on youth is a great thing to do, so no matter what project it is, I think there should be some connection with that, because it creates a real connection with the island. You don't only really get connected with the youth, but there's the parents and so forth that end up being drawn into a process like that.
The Endeavour Programme was, in fact, the brainchild of Sir Russell, an educational program that taught science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths, or STEAM, through the lens of sailing. Over 2 years, more than 1,600 primary and middle school students took part in Endeavour, most of them being introduced to sailing for the first time. And according to someone who would know, these young people progressed very quickly.
For how little that the Endeavour kids have been sailing, they're amazing. And they're already decent sailors. They can get around a course, they can drive the boat where they need to, and honestly, it's impressive that kids with so little time in the water are as good as they are. So I think the Endeavour program is really pushing sailing skills and really doing a good job at it.
After the initial one-week program, a number of students were chosen for the Endeavour graduate program, based not just on their sailing ability, but also on their attitude and willingness to learn. These students went on to learn new life skills, enjoy new friendships and experiences, and some even sailed during the America's Cup itself.
We're surrounded by water. There's no reason why children don't know how to swim, don't know at least a bit about sailing. Even other water sports, but for me, it's just getting Bermuda's heritage of sailing into the kids, into the school systems, and have them enjoy it.
I never really sailed. I thought it would be so hard, like learning how to control it with the main sheet and the dagger board and the rudder and putting the sail together. But now it's just like a regular day at work, like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
He got involved in the Endeavour program through school, and I've just seen him mature and grow in the sense of his own confidence and meeting new people, because there's all different kids from all different schools and everything. So just for me personally as his mom, it's just seeing the growth in him.
The friends that I meet at the Endeavour program, Najah, Yari, Kian, Nikosi, Riley, Max, like playing with them, sailing with them, it's just amazing.
He has progressed a lot since day one. He has really focused on getting up early on a weekend, and especially early on a Sunday, and he puts into practice what's taught in the classroom. And I find that really exciting.
I enjoy the sailing because it just helps me to release, release energy that I have, and it just helps me to stay calm, and I get to go out into the water. Just I feel like I'm flying when I'm going in the wind. I do think I will continue to sail, and I honestly hope that I will, because it has changed my life and changed everyone's around me that I've started sailing.
TeamBDA could also be described as a life-changing experience, and again for a number of young people who had never sailed before. Racing on AC 45s, Bermuda needed a team of both sailors and athletes. The original tryout saw over 100 young Bermudians from across the community and nearly every sporting discipline go through a series of grueling physical and mental tests to build the best possible team for Bermuda.
I just want to shine bright and do the best that I can do and push myself beyond anything that I've ever done before.
The final team trained full-time for 6 months as they prepared to take on the world.
When we proposed doing a youth team and actually racing in the series, the immediate reaction was, "Really? You think we can do that?" And the answer was, "Well, of course you can do it."
be a young sailor in Bermuda, and to think that our sport's biggest trophy, biggest event would be here at the Great Sound was a pretty unbelievable thought.
Yeah, the whole foiling thing is just incredible. You know, it's completely new to most of us.
Oh boy, noisy. My heart was racing, couldn't catch my breath. The adrenaline rush was serious.
Yeah, representing Bermuda on this, I mean, it's our own waters, you know, we've grown up sailing here and whatnot. It's just huge for us to be able to represent our country here.
A lot of it starts with the belief that you can do it. You know, if you, why not? You know?
There was never really a time where we were saying, well, what are we doing? Like, we shouldn't be here type of thing. Like, we can get the boat around the course and we can actually compete. So I don't think there was ever a time, at least not when the group was finally selected, where we ever doubted ourselves.
And their self-belief showed on the race course in TeamBDA's run to the qualifiers and into the finals. They captured the imagination of Bermudians along the way, then sent them into raptures in the transcendent first race, speeding away for one of the best youth fleets ever assembled.
Top marquee in Bermuda having an amazing first race. You know, the local fans here are going to be loving that.
We'll go a little further. Not too much, so I don't want to give any insight.
What a start for the Bermudian team. Really the fairy tale opening to their campaign here in the finals. And you can see what it means to all those on the shoreline.
They're going onto a boat that only the absolute top of sailors have ever been on, ever raced on. They're going on and they're racing the boat and they're doing well. And then that first race, Bermuda wins. You could feel it in the ground.
I thought the grandstand was going to come down. I mean, the cheering was so loud.
The party was on.
I was actually in the grandstand, and it was probably my highlight of the America's Cup, actually. It was unbelievable atmosphere.
The pride was, I mean, between voice and the rumbling, the stomping, everything, you could feel the pride. But when they came last, even the commentator said, like, you would think they came first. And it's like, yeah, because Bermuda's out there and we're excited. So I think the other thing it showed the world, anybody who was watching on TV, the self-pride we have about Bermuda and how we support, you know, our teams. And sometimes not as much as we should, but I think in this case, Bermuda really came out and supported TeamBDA, and that day was phenomenal.